Can we just have a moment of silence for everyone who started a YouTube channel and laid it down to rest? Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, it's been the longest time ever, but I am back. I first started this YouTube last year, March 2019, and since then, you know, been abroad, went on mission, did a whole heap of things, a whole heap of exciting things, but can we just have a moment of silence for everyone who started a YouTube channel and laid it down to rest? Yeah, that was me. I allowed fear to just take over again, but I'm back with a whole heap of content that needs to just go out there and show you guys everything. So today's video will be a little bit different. If you didn't know, I got engaged last year. Oh. And this video, I'll be basically sharing our engagement story, or should I say our proposal story. Now, I'm going to invite on my other half, Dwayne, in a second, but I just have to say this. Everyone who gets engaged, everyone who's had someone propose to them knows that the most asked question is, oh, how did he do it? How did he propose? And you literally have to condense like a long story down into something like really minute, because you end up repeating yourself so much and you don't get bored of it, but it's just quite long. But also, people always ask the female. So today you're gonna hear Dwayne's perspective because he did all the work. All I had to do was say yes. So without further ado, I'm gonna invite my fiance, Dwayne, over. Everybody, let's give it up for Dwayne. It's so silly. Right. So this is Dwayne. Dwayne, tell everybody what you do, who you are. Tell us something interesting about you.
Something interesting about me. I got engaged in May last year.
Okay, but what do you do?
Work in advertising. I've been working in advertising for about 5 years as an account manager. So I work with different teams, creative teams, strategic teams, to film stuff, basically. Film stuff, put stuff on adverts, out of home, like billboards.
Ooh.
All that exciting stuff.
So he's been a bit modest. He's not just someone who works in advertising. He's also a muscle man, real strong. Tell us your personal best for deadlift at the gym.
Deadlift.
Yeah.
210.
210.
Oh my god! Wow!
210.
210.
What? 210 kg. So he is a strong man. You're here for no reason. He obviously put in a lot of work with the proposal. So Dwayne, we want to hear your account, you know, the backstory of us getting engaged. Tell us, and I'm just going to listen intently. Tell us what happened. What did you do in order to give me this bling here?
I did. It was a complex operation because Shiv is a surprise queen. So I had to go above and beyond to catch her out and make sure she had no clue whatsoever about the proposal. So I figured out I wanted to propose to you in November of 2018, and at that point I called up my boy Greg, who's my best man now, and told him I was going to propose to Shiv, and that almost like set the timer. There was like no going back from there. So I'd already had an idea of how I wanted to propose to Shiv by that time actually, and it was just juggling logistics behind how I'm going to really pull this off. And it meant having a big team around me, a lot of Shiv's family and friends, and some of my guys and some of my family as well, to all kind of get to the operation and be able to make it work really, because I could have done it by myself. It would have been impossible. So the whole idea was to throw a fake party. We did it at Steph's house, and we got there in the end, and everything looked completely normal. Food was there, family and friends were there. But the twist was that I was having a family party elsewhere, probably about 30 miles further down the road. So I told Shivy before we got to Steph's house that we're gonna show face for about 5 or 10 minutes and then go to the family party and then come back towards the end because we had to go see my grandma Lizzie because Shivy would have been upset and grandma Lizzie would have been upset if we didn't go to the family party. Obviously the family party did not exist. So we ended up going towards the family party after we'd been to Steph's, and whilst we were going towards the family party, which ended up being like towards Colchester because we kept on going too far and too fast. So whilst we were going over there, everyone was kind of decorating and getting everything ready for the actual proposal, which was at Steph's house. So she had seen Steph's house proper beforehand and it looked absolutely fine. It looked completely like it would do on a normal kind of event or a normal party, but everything was just being done. And then it was Nicole who called me, right? Nicole who called me. Called Shivy, and said that I'd left my camera. And obviously I purposely forgot my camera and forgot my bag because I had the ring in it and I had all my everything that I needed. So this was probably about 40 minutes into the drive. It never should have been a 40-minute drive. It should have been about 25 minutes and the guys would have been able to just quickly set up whilst we were going, but it took about 40 minutes. And by that time, Shivy was just upset. She wanted to go stay with her friends.
Oh, vexed.
She didn't want to go to this family party. She was pretty much non-responsive, which helped because I was getting closer and closer towards this fake location, but I had to kind of extend where we were going to give guys at Steph's house more time to be able to set up. But we got the call from Nicole, ended up turning back after me convincing Shivy that I needed to go back because I was getting paid for my photography. So we ended up turning back, and whilst we were turning back, that's when I was like, I really hope these guys have sorted everything out and everything set up nicely. And the rain was on and off the whole day, and because we had like lanterns set up outside, I was just hoping that it wasn't gonna rain during this like 30-minute commute back, 40-minute commute back. So it was pretty tense, like on the way back, and I think everything was just timed perfectly. Whilst we got back, Shivy was in the car, she didn't want to move, she just wanted me to get my bag in and come back out. So I literally, as soon as I parked up back at Steph's house, I just ran out and just ran into the house, probably about 30 meters away from the house, so Shivy couldn't see me go in anyway. Went in, everything was all set up nicely. I was like, yes, we're all good to go. All good to go. So I ran out to the back, put on one of my suit jacket, and realised I'd forgot my ring, and the ring was actually in the bag. So there's like a video someone captured of me just saying, "Where's my ring? Where's my ring?"
I will show you the video.
I should start playing it.
Wait, where's my bag? Where's my bag? Is that the ring? In the front room. Because it was it was in my bag. So I managed to get that. And Nicole, I don't know how she managed to get Shivy out of the car because she was vexed by that time. She got you out of the car, and then you put your shoes on, which is good because I thought you were going to put your slippers on. So she put her shoes on, and because I'd left the door unhinged, she just opened the door, and while she opened the door, our song was playing on loop. She kind of had the time just to kind of collect her thoughts and realise, oh, actually, the family party is not a real family party. Family's in this house and everything's all set up because we had all like balloons and confetti and all that kind of stuff in the hallway. And then she opened the door past the hallway and just saw the whole kind of kitchen conservatory all just like decked out with romantic stuff and red and white, typical red and white. And then we had like a trail of people flanking either side all the way down to me, who was ready to propose to you. So yeah, it was good. I mean, as soon as the door opened, like the song that was looping continued to play, and yeah, it was just amazing. Amazing. You walked all the way down, sobbing.
Yeah.
Proper crying.
I got nothing. everything, my love. Some girls are there every night when they are in the bed. You tell me what you gonna do. All I want is to protect you, feel like you're bulletproof. I can be a soldier, come closer, you are my destiny, yeah. Can't you see you are more than a friend for you?
Yeah. One, Shiv, Chloe Elizabeth Cunningham, my best friend, my queen, my prayer warrior. I'm going to spend the rest of my life. Who are you marrying?
Yeah.
And then yeah, he managed to find me at the end of the garden.
I found you.
I dropped to one knee, turned you around, and then proposed. And then the rest is history, kind of. Well, it's not history because we're still working now. But yeah, a lot of moving people about. Like even before the day, I had to go to Steph's house and like set up a couple of things, and in doing so, because Shiv would have expected me just to be with her on a Friday, so I had to get Tamara to just hang out with her and distract you and get you to not worry about where I am and what I'm doing and stuff. And even on the day, on a Saturday, everything kicked off around 3 o'clock, and obviously I needed to help set up the house while Shiv was at home waiting for me to pick her up. So I had to say like my car's in the garage and running late and that kind of stuff. So it was a lot of work that went into it, but there was just a lot of people on hand to distract you and to help set up and to take pictures and to seed information slowly, helping you get your nails down and all that kind of stuff. So there were people who were tactically just put in place and willing to help and make things happen in the best way. So.
And they're all part of the bridal party now, so
Yeah.
you chose well.
Yeah. At least you had spreadsheets with like different tabs on who needs to do what, like a timing plan, budget, all them things. So yeah.
So that's Dwayne's account, and next up is my account. I share it all the time. Okay, so most people say, "Oh, did you know? Like, you must have knew that he was gonna do it or whatever." Now I had in mind that he was gonna propose in 2019, but I didn't know when. So there were so many occasions, like our anniversary and Valentine's Day, that I just proper got like made up and made sure my nails are always done. But I didn't actually expect him to do it on May the 4th is when we actually got engaged. So around that time, I recently qualified as a personal trainer, so that was such a great little like time to celebrate. And like my best friend Shay was like, "Oh, let's celebrate, let's go out and get your nails done." So I thought, hey, I don't say no to free things, so I'm gonna get my nails did for free. So I remember I got my nails done, and then I was probably excited about becoming a PT. So then now, Dwayne had told me about this family party that was coming up. And then randomly, my good friend Steph was like, oh, we're having a get together at mine. And it was on the same day. And I was gutted because I don't get to see like my friend Steph often. So the fact that it was on the same day as this family party, I felt really bad because I was like, I want to like spend time with my friends. I want to see Steph. But I knew I had to, you know, honour Dwayne and his family and go to this family party. So I remember I was at home, and in fact, Dwayne mentioned this before. The day before was a Friday. Normally we spend our Friday evenings together. And he was like, I'm gonna be with the boys, gonna be in West London. So I was like, I wanna be at home by myself on a Friday. What am I gonna do? So my other best friend Tamara was like, oh, can I come over? Like, yeah, let's like do our nails. And then I was like, oh, I've already done my nails, so it's fine. So that was that. So I was already occupied on the Friday. So the Saturday came now, and I still hadn't heard from or seen Dwayne, but I knew that I was going to Steph's house with him later for the barbecue. So I was calling him, he wasn't picking up like his phone, I was texting him, he's like, I'm in the garage still, blah, blah, blah. So then I called my other friend Nicole, and I was like, oh, can I come over to meet you at Steph's to help you guys set up? And she's like, no, it's fine. Now normally I'm there to like help set up, but this time I was like, no. So I'm like, okay, cool. So eventually Nicole came here, and I was still in my onesie. Listen, there was no way I was going to Steph's get together all dressed up for this family party. I was staying in my onesie. Nicole was like, oh, you might as well just get changed. And Nicole was one person that I listened to, yeah, this woman. I listened to her. So I was like, okay. And even my mum was like, yeah, you might as well just put your dress on. So I got the red dress that you'll see soon, which Dwayne actually chose for me to wear. So I put it on and we got ready, and then Dwayne eventually came and we made our way to Steph's. So when we got to Steph's now, I got there and everyone's all in like casual clothes, like tracksuit, jeans, and I'm there in this bodycon red dress and my heels. And then Jermaine Lynch, living with the Lynches, follow them. He was like, oh, you look really nice. Where you off to? And I was just like, I'll go into a family party after. And I was like, I don't really want to go, but I'm just here overdressed. So then we were there for like 10 minutes, and obviously the house just looked normal, it looked fine. People were acting normal, nothing was suspicious. Then Dwayne's like, oh, Shiv, we gotta go. I was like, I don't want to go. I remember I was proper vexed, I was like, I didn't want to go. So we got into the car, we started driving to this unknown location. We're driving for a good like 35, 40 minutes. Then Nicole calls me and she's like, hi Shiv. I was like, yes. She's like, did Dwayne forget his bag? I looked at Dwayne like, how are you forgetting your bag? You never forget, like all these questions going in my head. Like, you never forget your bag. And I was like, just leave it. She goes, oh, I think his camera's in it. And I was like, Dwayne, is your camera in your bag? And he's like, this is when the acting skills come on. Oh no, my camera's in the bag. I need it. I was like, you don't need it, just take pictures on your phone. But I'm getting paid. As soon as I heard getting paid, I was like, let's turn back. So we turned back now, and then I was like, Nicole, see you soon, blah, blah, blah. You good?
Yeah, it's tricky.
So then we're driving back now, and then Dwayne's just quiet in the car. Now, only now I'm thinking like he was just quiet. We weren't really talking, but I think also because I was vexed the fact that we had to go back and then go again.
Yeah, we weren't talking.
It was a silent, complete silence, like silent. So then we drove back, and then I was like, I'm not coming in, because I didn't want to go back in to say bye and whatnot. So I stayed in the car, I had my slippers on. Dwayne ran into the house, and then he was taking time. I was like, why is he taking so long? So I get a phone call from Nicole again. I was like, Nicole, I'm not coming in. Can you bring me some juice, please? Like some diva. I was probably asking her to bring me juice because I didn't want to go back in. And then she's like, oh, Dwayne's taking long. You might as well just come inside. So I was like, okay, fine, whatever. And she goes, oh, have you got your shoes on? I was like, no. She goes, oh, just put your shoes on, just come in for a bit. So I'm walking
Nicole's a G, man.
Nicole is a G. They're all of them. Shout out all the bridal party. So I'm walking towards the house now, and then another thing I noticed, the door was open. Now, my uncle doesn't like the door open. The door was open, and I was like, why is the door open? So all these questions were going through my head. As I pushed open the door, I could hear our song playing, which is No Other by Cranium. And then I walked in, and I could hear the song, and I was confused. Then I was like, red balloons all like by the stairs, and I was just like, what the heck is going on? And I just had like flashbacks of my best friend Steph getting engaged, because she got engaged, this is her house, and she got engaged here as well, so it was really sentimental. And then so I walked through, and then I saw rose petals and candles and just like red ribbons everywhere, and then the song was just looping over and over. I opened the door, I closed it back, I was just crying, I started crying because I realised like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening. So then I was like, okay, I guess I've got to go in. So I'll open the door again. I walked in and I put my bag down and I just walked down, and then towards the end of the garden, all I could see was Dwayne. It wasn't until after that I realised that all our family was there. So I was walking down sobbing. You'll see the video and they say I was sobbing, like, like proper crying. And then I went up to Dwayne, and then he said his heartfelt speech, Siobhan, Shiv Cunningham. And then he got down on one knee, and then through tears I said yes, and then all you can hear is cheers and like, you know, little party poppers going off. And then he turned me around and he showed me my whole family, my parents, my brothers, Dwayne's parents, Dwayne's sister, my sister-in-law, that's loads of family, my closest friends, all there lined up in the garden, all there for our proposal. And it was I would say the perfect proposal for us. But not only that, I was just baffed. I had so many questions. I was like, where were they? Your family live in Luton. How did they get here in 30 minutes? And he knows Steph's neighbour, and he'd asked them all to stay in her house whilst we were at Steph's. So we were literally meters away from our families, in the process of like trying to fool Shiv. So I'll say that on my account, but there's loads of behind the scenes stuff. Like Dwayne, they had a group chat. It was called DTS, Don't Tell Shiv. They had a whole like, operation, he had a spreadsheet, everything just for the proposal, and he did a great job, I must say. Like after I had the tears, I looked at the amazing ring, gorgeous, pear-shaped, one of a kind, nobody else has this, only me, baby. We call it the Thanos Infinity Stone, because that's what it is. So that is it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for everyone who's been chasing me up saying, where is the next video? Be sure to like, comment and subscribe to my channel, and you'll definitely see more of Mr. Dwayne over here. So we hope you enjoyed it, and take care. Bye guys.